If you like comedy and funny memes from MMA and other sports, visit MMAmemes.com. On this page, you can find the best memes and create your own to share with the MMA community. At the end of each video, we will post the top 3 memes you have posted on MMAmemes.com. What are you waiting for? Create an account, explore, laugh, and upload your own memes today.
All right, let's get this show started.
Despite Henry Cejudo's interest in replacing Max Holloway against Alexander Volkanovski at UFC 272, the UFC gave the featherweight title shot to Korean Zombie. The UFC boss later explained that Cejudo does not deserve to fight for the title, as he retired from the sport 2 years ago. Speaking on the most recent episode of the Weighing In podcast, former MMA referee John McCarthy criticized Dana White for his unfair treatment of Cejudo and pointed to George St. Pierre as a clear example of how it was done in the past. Here's the clip.
But it was 617 days now since Henry Cejudo last fought. George St. Pierre was out for 1,450 days, more than twice as much. So when you're sitting there and I wish Dana would have just said the truth. Hey, I'm not doing that again. I've done it. And George St. Pierre came back. He won my title, and then he didn't defend the title. And you already walked away from me once. I'm not going to have a guy that could walk away from me again with the title. That's just not going to happen. You want to come back and you want to fight, guys? I'll put you in, and we'll work you towards the title. No problem. But you're not just going to come back in. I'm not doing that again. That is okay to say. Or you can sit there and say, look, you're not the pay-per-view guy that, George St. Pierre was. That's why George got it.
Earlier this month, it was revealed that the price of UFC pay-per-views was being bumped from $69.99 to $74.99. The price hike will commence at next Saturday's UFC 270 Ngannou vs. Gane event. While many fans and some fighters voiced their displeasure with the news, UFC President Dana White wants folks to know he had nothing to do with it. Speaking to media during UFC Vegas 46's post-fight press conference, the UFC president said that it was ESPN's decision to raise UFC pay-per-view prices. Here's the clip.
Last question for me. I want to ask, obviously, the pay-per-view price changing. Everybody's kind of up in arms about that. I know that's an ESPN decision, but do you guys have any input in that at all? Do you ever say, like, hey, maybe that's a little too much for the consumer?
We don't. We don't have any say in that. We gave the pay-per-views to ESPN, so yeah, that's their decision. You know how I feel about that stuff. I don't love when prices get raised, but it's not my decision, it's theirs.
Last week, ESPN's Brett Okamoto revealed that the grudge match between Jorge Masvidal and Colby Covington is set to headline UFC 272 on March 5th. Speaking on the most recent episode of the Believe You Me podcast, Michael Bisping reacted to the news and shared his thoughts on the matchup. Here's the clip.
The UFC better have security on deck because Masvidal will go. Do you know what I mean? Masvidal doesn't mess around. Colby's kind of the same way, not quite as loose, a loose cannon as Masvidal. But when it's so personal like that, like I was talking about it again the other day. Covington's bringing up his ex-wife. Covington's calling him a bad father and all this type of stuff. I mean, there's certain things when it comes to trash talk that you just don't talk about. And listen, it's going to make it spicy for us fans to be watching it and to talk about and to get excited for. Yeah, it's great. But, going on about his ex-wife, calling him a bad father, it's like, me. You better be ready. Listen, I mean, they both recently got beat off Kamaru Usman. That's both their last fights. You know, and MMA math doesn't work. You can't stack it up like that and say, well, Masvidal got knocked out, Colby didn't. That doesn't matter anything. Yes, you could maybe draw some kind of conclusion from it, but it doesn't work like that. I am so happy. And that's what we're going to see here, right? Because unless they are selling it to us, and I don't believe that they are one little bit, I think this is personal, this is deep, this is an ultimate grudge. The two guys that are at the top of the food chain in terms of mixed martial arts, they both got great styles, they've got excellent striking, good gas tanks. I'm telling you, this is an incredible fight.
Aljamain Sterling was slated to rematch Petr Yan in the co-main event of UFC 272 this coming March. However, after Max Holloway was forced to withdraw from the proposed event headline with Alex Volkanovski, the promotion decided to push the Yan-Sterling rematch back to UFC 273. This was done instead of moving the highly anticipated bantamweight title unification bout to main event status. Speaking on episode 171 of his Timbo Sugar Show podcast, Sean O'Malley bashed Sterling and Yan, saying that they can't even headline their own pay-per-view. You know what is crazy to me? That Petr and Aljo can't main event their own pay-per-view. So the UFC's main event, Volkanovski vs. Holloway 3, pulled out, and they, Yan and Sterling, could not just be the main event. They're not big enough. It is so weird. This is the best division in the UFC. Well, maybe. And they can't even headline their own pay-per-view. Aljamain Sterling wasn't happy with these comments from O'Malley and fired back at him on Twitter. He wrote, "Sugar tits, be careful when speaking about the top dogs in my division. Last time you barked at a ranked fighter, you made a remix to Tory Lane's single, Broke Leg, featuring the Ecuadorian. Hashtag unranked, hashtag undefeated." Speaking on the most recent episode of Below the Belt podcast, Brendan Schaub discussed Francis Ngannou's contract negotiations with the UFC, and he explained why it would be better for fighter pay if Ngannou wins against Ciryl Gane this weekend at UFC 270. Here's the clip.
And if you're a fan, and I hate that because it can come at the cost of Ciryl Gane losing the fight, but if you're a fan of fighters and you want fighters to get paid and you want fighters to not have to have YouTube channels and hold mitts when they're 40, you want guys like Francis to win and set the path for other fighters at his level to be able to leave the UFC and make you money, because they're not making you money in the UFC. There's only one guy who makes you money. His name's Conor McGregor. That's it. Outside that, nobody is riding off to the sunset. Nobody. Francis has the ability now to knock out Ciryl Gane, become heavyweight champ, and make real you money. So you kind of got to root for Francis here. Hey, and it's nothing against Ciryl Gane, but for the love of the game, we want Francis to win for those reasons. Because if he wins, man, you're getting Tyson Fury, you're getting Wilder, you're getting Anthony Joshua next.
Here are the top 3 memes you guys posted on MMAmemes.com. In third place is a meme posted by user Chuck Norris. Second place goes to Emsty. And the number 1 voted meme was posted by a user named Connor McTapper. If you want your meme to be included in our next video, go to MMAmemes.com and create your own meme. The top 3 memes will be placed at the end of our video. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel to keep up with the latest MMA news.